Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or you want to start your own copywriting business, studying the art of persuasive writing is essential. When I first started out as a copywriter, I personally didn't take any copywriting courses. I read a lot of books and I practiced a lot. I applied my theory and put it into practice in the work that I was doing. However, if I had taken a copywriting course, it would have really accelerated my learning. Having like a structured framework would have made a big difference to how quickly I was able to offer copywriting as a service to clients. Hi, I'm Jamie from Brand New Copy, and in this video I'm going to talk you through whether copywriting courses are worth the time and money. One of the biggest advantages of taking a copywriting course is that they provide you with a structured framework. I mean, sure, you can learn on YouTube, you can watch free videos, you can read articles, but without having a structure to how you're approaching your learning, you're really just learning snippets of information, which makes it difficult to apply it in a real world context. So having a structure, it helps guide your learning and it helps you chart your progress as well. In most cases, you'll be learning from a professional copywriter, from someone that's doing the thing that you want to get better at. They'll have a credible portfolio, they'll be able to give you like insider information and tips, things that you won't find in YouTube videos and articles. There's something to be said about getting first-hand experience from someone who has put in the time and the effort themselves. A good course enables you to put theory into practice. You can watch YouTube videos and you can read articles and you can learn the theory of copywriting, but it's only useful if you can put it into practice and produce a tangible piece of writing that you can then showcase on a portfolio. A good copywriting course will have assignments based on real-world briefs, and it enables you to process what you've been learning and to apply your knowledge into various tasks that then demonstrate your skills. They can also provide networking opportunities. A lot of courses offer access to private communities on LinkedIn or Facebook, and that gives you the opportunity to interact with your tutor on a more public forum. You can also learn from your peers as well. You can ask for copy critiques from other students, whereas if you're just learning on your own, you don't have that fresh set of eyes on the work that you're doing. Developing a copywriting portfolio is an essential part of taking a course. You want to be able to show what you've learned throughout the process. Whether you're looking to start a business or whether you just want to upskill, having that evidence is really useful to making you look more desirable in the eyes of your manager or potential clients. Credibility is really important in copywriting because it has quite a low barrier to entry. Essentially, anyone can call themselves a copywriter. They just need to set up a website and then they're good to go. But if you've completed a course, then that certification shows that you've dedicated time into learning the craft. One of the biggest advantages of taking a copywriting course is the feedback that you get from your course tutor. It's one thing studying on your own and thinking what you've done is really good, but unless you're getting feedback from someone who has an expert eye, you're never going to improve. Just a fresh perspective can make a real difference to taking your copy up a notch and getting you to that level that you're able to start charging for your services or creating something that's good enough to put in a portfolio to showcase at your next job interview. One thing to consider is that copywriting courses can be relatively expensive. From my own research, I found that the average copywriting course in the UK costs about £450. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive, and a lot of the courses that you get from US copywriters are upwards from $1,000 to $2,000. So you've got to consider whether it's an expense that you can afford at the moment and whether you think that the return on investment is going to be worth it. Most people underestimate how long it takes to complete a copywriting course. From my own research, I found that the average course takes about 10 hours to complete, but that doesn't include the amount of time that you have to put in private, applying your theory and putting it into practice. So you've got to consider whether you have the time to commit to doing the course in the first place, and just make sure that it's not going to be something that you take on and then after a couple of weeks you never look at it again. It's important to note that copywriting courses don't guarantee success. You might put in the time and effort to completing a course, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be a outstanding copywriter overnight. Like everything, it takes practice and you will make mistakes along the way, but the longer you do it, the better you get at it. It's true that you can learn copywriting without taking a course. There are a lot of free resources out there. There are YouTube videos, there are articles and tutorials. If you're someone who is quite organised and is able to create your own schedule and can put in the time to actually source the modules that you want to learn, then you could, in theory, learn copywriting for free online, as long as you also put in the practice. When it comes to learning anything on your own, you need to be self-motivated. Even if the course that you take puts you in groups with other learners, you still need to have that self-motivation to complete the tasks and to sit down in front of a laptop and put the time in. So just need to ask yourself whether you are naturally self-motivated or whether you are the type of person that does better in more of a group setting. If you're taking a copywriting course that's only taught by one person, then you may only be getting a limited perspective into what copywriting is all about. Whereas if you're taking more of a masterclass course, then you're learning from several people and you're getting a lot of different perspectives, which might then help inform your decisions about copywriting rather than just taking it as gospel from one person. So to wrap up, in the world of copywriting, education is an asset. Having experience and certifications to your name can make you appear more desirable to potential clients and to future employers as well. However, you've got to weigh up the advantages against the disadvantages of taking a course. Whereas you will have opportunities to get feedback from a tutor, you'll be able to follow a framework, you'll have networking opportunities. The courses can also be quite expensive, they're time consuming, and you may only be getting the perspective of one person. So to answer the question of whether a copywriting course is worth your time and money, it's ultimately a personal choice. If you are self-motivated and you're dedicated to continual learning and improvement, then a copywriting course could be the best choice for you. If you found this video useful, then please subscribe and be sure to check out the other videos on the channel as well.